A giant shark has appeared in waters near Denmark, and the story is getting attention across Germany and Europe. At first glance, the images look almost unreal. A massive shark, close to the surface, with a huge body and an enormous dorsal fin. But this is not a scene from a movie, and it is not a prehistoric megalodon. The animal is believed to be a basking shark, known in German as a Riesenhai or Cetorhinus maximus. And here is the surprising part. Despite its enormous size, this shark is not hunting people. The basking shark is a filter feeder, instead of attacking fish or marine mammals. It swims through the water with its huge mouth open, filtering tiny organisms such as plankton from the sea. That means the animal can look terrifying while actually posing very little danger to swimmers. The latest attention comes from Denmark and the waters around the Baltic Sea region and the Kattegat. For many people, the biggest surprise is simply seeing an animal this large in these waters. Basking sharks are normally associated with temperate marine waters, and sightings can be uncommon in the Baltic region. They can occasionally enter the Kattegat, but they are far from an everyday sight. That is exactly why an appearance like this can become such a major story. Imagine being at the coast expecting to see ordinary sea life, and suddenly a gigantic fin appears in the water. At first, you might think it is a whale. Then you see the shape of the fin, and then you realize you may be looking at one of the largest fish on Earth. Basking sharks can reach enormous lengths, with individuals known to grow to around 10 meters or even more. That puts them among the largest fish species ever seen in modern oceans, second only to the whale shark in maximum size. But their size can be misleading. The huge mouth and powerful looking body make the animal appear like a dangerous predator. In reality, its feeding strategy is completely different. The shark slowly moves through productive waters, filtering enormous quantities of seawater for microscopic food. So if you are watching these images and thinking, is this a dangerous shark? The answer is very different from what you might expect. A basking shark is generally considered harmless to humans. That does not mean people should approach one. A wild animal several meters long can still be unpredictable, and getting too close could stress the animal or put a person in danger, simply because of its enormous size. For marine researchers, however, sightings like this are much more than a viral moment. They can provide valuable information about where these animals are traveling, where they are feeding, and how often they enter northern European waters. There is another reason this story matters. Basking sharks have faced serious pressure from human activity. They have historically been targeted for their oil, meat, and fins, while accidental entanglement in fishing gear can also be a major threat.
The species is now protected in many areas, and conservationists continue to monitor its populations. So, when a giant basking shark appears near a popular coastal area, the best reaction is not panic, is curiosity. For beachgoers, the message is simple. Do not chase it. Do not try to touch it. Do not surround it with boats. Give the animal plenty of space and allow it to continue moving naturally. And there is one more important detail. Seeing a giant shark in the Baltic region does not mean that dangerous sharks are suddenly invading German or Danish beaches. The basking shark is a completely different animal from species, such as the great white shark. It is also important not to confuse this animal with the extinct megalodon. Megalodon was a prehistoric apex predator that disappeared millions of years ago. The basking shark is alive today, and it has a completely different lifestyle. So what looks like a terrifying monster from a distance is actually one of the ocean's most fascinating filter feeders. The real mystery is not whether this shark is coming for swimmers. It is why such a massive animal has appeared in these northern waters at this particular time? Is it following food? Is it moving through its normal seasonal range? Or could changing ocean conditions be influencing where these animals are being spotted? Those are the questions scientists and marine observers are interested in. And that is why this story is worth watching beyond the shocking images. A giant shark near Denmark may sound like the beginning of a horror movie, but the reality is much more fascinating. It is a rare glimpse of one of the world's largest fish moving through European waters, and a reminder that our oceans can still surprise us. So the next time you see a giant fin rising from the water, don't immediately assume you're looking at a monster. Sometimes, the biggest animal in the scene is not the most dangerous one. Sometimes, it is simply a giant traveler looking for plankton.